Hey guys, it's been a little bit of time since we got back on, but I have been helping out the Dots with streaming and all that and on this server, along with helping out Star. But I've been doing quite a little bit of terraforming, designing, and getting stuff that I'm satisfied with, since I usually struggle to come up with things on the moment. First of all, you can see right here I've done a little bit of terraforming, filled up this patch of land to dirt, made a staircase up there. So I just made it out of cobble deep slate for the time being. I might replace it with something else, and I did make some basically some bricks, not bricks, but large stone sections kind of in the hill, and started going up there. Of course, there's my annual pens, dyed some sheep, bred them up because I needed a whole bunch of wool. I did some terraforming down there, so that was path that used to be basically level, and expanded that out a little bit. Finally got that building done and got that set up, so I'll show you guys that in a second. Don't pay attention to that tree. And I also got that little area built up and designed as well. So let's actually head on down. So first off is this little section, which I set up to be my spellbinding table, which you basically have the different classes for spellcasting and stuff. So priests, arcanum, and stuff like that. So I'll show you guys what that is in a second, so you can get a better sense. But got this little table set up on the surface. I used bone blocks because I had a bunch of spare. Basically a bunch of bone meal. So I was like, oh, I'll just make some bone blocks and bone stairs and stuff just to make an interesting looking roof. And I did start actually setting. I need to extend the roof. I haven't actually gotten around to that yet, but I have started up with the different elemental seeds and essences. So I have that growing. I got stone. I got deep slates. Got dirt. And I got wood as well. So people who need that essence can be able to use that to their advantage. But, as I was saying before, for the spellbinding table, actually put them down to like this. Yeah, I like how I set this up because it's a little bit more open space for them to actually go up and down. Basically, you have these books which you can have different spells. Obviously, I do not have enough luck to actually use any of them, but there's Fire, Frost, Holy Arcana, Paladin are the 5 different books that you can get. So, depending on which one you want to use, you get some different benefits. I noticed that my furnace setup is also I've actually expanded it into this. It's a little chaotic, but I figured I kind of want a continuous supply of charcoal being cooked, so I can just help supply the server with charcoal and potentially use it as a decorative block. Such a nice looking texture too. It's so nice. So just obviously want to use it as a texturing block more than anything. And I do plan to try and storage unit even further and do more of a specialty thing. Because obviously I got this basic thing, but I feel like it can be better since... Because of course I got all this stuff, but I don't know, I just feel like I can do better, especially with all the new items I'm getting. Of course, I've been expanding out these and collecting all of that. But when I was doing some mining and stuff, I actually did stumble across a spawner below my base, which I just moved the loot chests up to here. Again, this might be where I place all this stuff. I don't know. I'm still trying to think of a good place for that. To show the properties. Good thing I have do you have... Yeah, I've just been using glow liking because kind of gives everything a cool texture. When I was exploring the nether, found this Nightmare horse. Just keeping him here for now. So good, precious baby, yes you are. Yeah, I finally have the Infusions altar set up along with the Awakening altar set up. So basically you use this for the infusion soul jars. So actually I haven't, like I said, I haven't done too much with Awakening, but basically you use Awakening to get certain items. So yeah, like the Awakening Supremium, Awakening Shears, Watering Can, the armor set, the fishing rod, the upgrade, the furnace, the seed processor, and Supremium block. So nothing too crazy, nothing that's going to be used too much late term, but something that does exist, and it is on my list to eventually make, but nothing too crazy. But I'm actually kind of curious on what the spirit has. Thinking this, I did have some conversations about everything I've done, and I did put into the air. Oh, there's another chest, or another cabinet. Oh, I'm adoring every step of your adventure so far, young mermaid. I know Jade would be proud. Oh, so, my ancestor. I love the little stall that you made for your banners. I left you some basic banners and dyes for you to make your life a little bit easier. Oh, that is... Oh, yeah, dyes and... Okay, oh. Wait. What? Seriously? I heard you were talking about with the others about collecting some coral, and I provided you a pickaxe for it with a silk touch effect to take advantage of. I look forward to see how the coral will look in this area. I look forward to the day you visit the Sea Temple, the ancient city, and the ancient kingdom. I do know eventually you'll want to work on a few additional buildings, and I look forward to see what you plan. I guess a mistake for spelling. Hey, spirits. I'm sure your claws were getting a little tired, but I will absolutely drop these off into my thing. Yeah, because the other day I was talking with Lucian and with the stars, spots and stars, a few days ago about some basic designs and everything, and I'm just gonna drop off this. Actually, another barrel. Yeah, okay, I do have some barrels. Just selected. out. Let me just grab all these ingredients anyways. I'm gonna put them. Please. Actually, just put that there, and then I'll just leave that like that, and then I will set up my barrel full of supplies here. So, dyes and banners. Put the wool and stuff there. And once I deposit these, I will let you know what I was thinking. Actually, keep accidentally putting me kelp in there. Actually, put my here. And then do have some more dye and banners. Okay. So, when I was talking with them, I was mentioning that I was thinking about replacing some of this gravel with coral, or at least replacing some of this, basically texturing this with coral instead of sea gravel, because there's a lot of it. Plus, I love the idea of just using more of the gravel for these gravel bricks and texturing along like I've done along here for more of a unique kind of texturing and kind of replacing the dirt for the most part, since I do love the look of dirt, but it just doesn't look that good, so I just want to kind of have a better aesthetic, so to speak. But thank you very much, Midnight. I appreciate this, and to even fully take a look at this. So, efficiency 4, which I think is the max efficiency, breaking 3, silk touch, and mending. Oh, I appreciate you giving it mending to be able to repair this, but I should probably throw some of this down. Back into here as well. This is exactly what I mean. I'm getting so much random stuff. But do I have... Yeah, I do have another waystone. So, if I remember, there is some... Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's some coral along here. So we just need to head in the direction of the nether portal. And we should get some better block pallets. While we are passing the nether portal, I have been trying to actually do some decorating. So I've been just taking some of the quartz sand and a bit of marble as well to then just retexture this as well. give people a better platform to stand on, which I think should be pretty nice, and hopefully people enjoy that as they come. Because that's kind of our central hub with, well, somewhat central hub, because there's obviously Lucian and Fenrir up here, and Starlight's going up here. So it's a little bit farther south, so a better nether portal would have been up here, but having it down here allows for a kind of central-ish people in case people start selling this way. So we need to go this way. Yeah, southeast. Double hub artifact I happen to find. It's so nice. You have to be careful. Oh, the elephant. Yeah, here it is. This is actually one of the areas I was thinking about settling into. So I love the idea of just terraforming into like the stone pillars and stuff, but I haven't actually come up with a design that actually like it. This I'm gonna put this down here. Coral reef. So perfect, and let's get to work, I suppose. I do want to make sure I have okay. Red fan, yellow fan. So I want to try and get at least a little bit of both. I just need the purple and pink. Purple. Pink. Okay, I need the pink. Yeah, so because I can actually grow the each of these in the botany pots. That's what I'm also concerned about. Getting the rest of this. So decorate these with sea pickles too, which is super nice. Try and get some more of this as well, because that is is something that I don't like. I really don't like dismantling all this, but I'll just silk touch this stuff, and maybe I can also use it to texture, maybe. Enough to get me started, most likely. Let's get a few more. I think blue is probably going to be my main one that I'm going to be working with. I don't think I'm really going to pink all that. I do like it. Off we go. Should have done my house, but that's okay. Honestly, really enjoying how this base is coming out. It's so nice. So, pull out some of this blue coral and kind of show you what I was thinking. So I'll start with this area since this is kind of just the entrance to my base. Just certain places where I feel like it'd be fitting. And just replace the area with coral. Obviously, want to try and, but it immediately kind of gives way to saying something, hey, that's saying basically, hey, something is here, come check it out. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, maybe I can, interesting idea, I can maybe do something like different corals in different sections, maybe? It's like, blue coral kind of in this area, but then over in like this section over here I can coral, and then kind of just giving way to different sections being different things. Well, that would be cool. I like that idea. Yeah, this episode has been going on for about 30 minutes now, so I think I'll probably end this episode here, so I can do some time to doing some finalizing the coral aesthetic, and then show you guys at the beginning of the next episode. Since I certainly could do a time lapse, it's a little hard and tedious to get a time lapse quite right, especially since I do have a habit of rambling sometimes as I'm building. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you're excited to see how this ends up looking, because I am already super excited how this is going to come out. Oh, of course. Oh, and I do have the dead coral blocks, which is going to be interesting. Build that. So, see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.